Okay, again by special request. Here's the other side of that James Michael Curley B.P.O.E record, in which he addresses and welcomes the Benevolent and Protective Order of the Elks to Boston on July 7th, 1924. On this side, he uses all of his famed oratory skills to not only promote his beloved Boston and welcome the BPOE, but touches on all the historical aspects of his beloved city of Boston. So here's James Michael Curley and his welcome to the BPOE on July 7th, 1924.
To welcome the delegates of the Convention of the Benevolent and Protective Order of Elks, and to extend to them the courtesy and hospitality of this historic city of Boston is both an honor and a pleasure. Here began that momentous struggle whose outcome was American independence, the organization of the United States, and the creation of a democracy dedicated to the principles of government of the people, by the people, and for the people, and the doctrine of equality expressed in civil, political, and religious liberty. Today, Boston beckons with the extended arm of hospitality to this splendid organization and says, "Come, my children, to the mother city of liberty. Visit the spot where the blood of the white and black man mingles in the baptism of freedom. Visit the beacon light of hope to suffering humanity, where the threat of gibbets fail to stifle the protest of righteously indignant patriots, Old Faneuil Hall. Visit the Old South Church, sacred to the memory of John Hancock and of Samuel Adams. Visit the Old North Church, from which flashed forth Paul Revere's message that made possible the firing of the shot at Lexington Green, heard round the world. Visit Old Boston Common, Bunker Hill and Dorchester Heights, where trod the immortal Washington. Visit the Mount Hope Cemetery, in whose peaceful shade, in the bosom of Mother Earth, rests the remains of that kindly and patriotic soul, Brother Vivian, founder of Elkton. Breathe the atmosphere where patriotic Americans dared and died that this nation might have its birth, and strengthened by the draught of freedom's fountain, go forth at the conclusion of your labors in our beloved city as zealous missionaries, determined to teach by individual example the lesson of the fathers, and to promote by every possible means that degree of economic justice which will instill a new meaning into the words, "My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty." In coming to this old city, every citizen of America, imbued with the principles of American liberty, is returning to the spiritual home of the nation. Home, the sweetest and tenderest word in our language. Sweet because of the association it recalls, tender because of the memories it evokes. It has inspired the song, "Home, Sweet Home," that has touched the heart of the world and given it a common meeting ground. The murmurous babble of the cradle babe, the wondrous music of the child's innocent prattle and infectious laughter, the sweet and patient presence of one whose love and forbearance could ignore error, forget misdeed, magnify good, and the fate of her who daily brought to the throne of God her prayers for our future safety and success. This is the very soul of Home, Sweet Home. The spirit of the mothers of men pulsates in every line of the song. And what the mother is to her child, Boston has been to liberty.
Famed Boston Mayor James Michael Curley extolling and promoting all of the wonderful historic aspects of his beloved Boston to the BPOE on July 7th, 1924.